is Julia Csekö. I am Brazilian American. I've been living in the United States for about 12 years now. And this piece is inspired by immigration reform and the experience of immigrants coming to the United States. So in this case, the piece is covered in little ribbons that say, "You are welcome here."
Julia, was there a particular moment or event that inspired you to make this piece?
I would say there are several. I can't really pinpoint one particular thing, but like I think we can start with just like very simple how hard it is for Brazilians to travel to the United States, even just for a tourist visa. It is extremely expensive and extremely difficult to obtain that. Now, if we're talking about citizenship, that becomes a whole nother can of worms. It is very complicated. It is very expensive. It is a lot of work. It takes a lot of dedication and a lot of resilience to want to move to the United States. Or if you're in need, that's an even harder situation. But all that being said, I think this moment of like having my whole family not being here and seeing how hard it is for them to come here, seeing friends really struggling with becoming citizens and with dealing with all the bureaucracy and all the heartache that comes with that. And then globally, I guess the idea of refugees and how absolutely horribly migrants and refugees are treated in the US border. I think that really has an impact too, because that is the very extreme of this experience. And it is definitely the most, let's say the one that I think needs the most attention and is the most urgent to approach and to tackle. Mark, I'm really interested in understanding like from your perspective, because as artists, I think we have this approach that's really it's almost like we're going through this experience, but not necessarily going boots on the ground with being an activist per se. I think that your work is pretty much like a full-time job of dealing with these situations and with these experiences. Can you talk a little bit about that? Like what that means? Like how, if you feel like burned out at times?
Yeah, it's frankly been difficult. I mean, I've been doing this work for a long time. And I started my career at HIAS in the late 1980s. And at that time, we felt that things were getting better and better. There was change going on, but it was change for the better. We were becoming one world more and more. And I really thought we were reaching a point where, to quote or paraphrase Martin Luther King, people would be judged by the content of the character, not the color of their skin or where they were born or what language they spoke or what their religion was. And I felt that at that moment we were moving in that direction. I feel we're going in a very different direction now. We are really backsliding. And I joined I joined HIAS because I wanted to be part of the change, because I wanted to be part of this positive change that I saw. And now we're seeing so much negative change. And I really want to be a part of trying to make sure that we continue to try to push things in the right direction, to make sure the arc of history really does bend toward justice. And, all of us have to play a small role in that.